Hi, and welcome to my character creation series where I'm doing every race and every possible appearance option. This video is going to take a look at the female Elezen of the Wildwood clan. First, we've got the height here, so you can go all the way down to 72.2 up to 78.1. A bit of a range there. Next one we have is bust size. So this is going to be the smallest and the largest there. Nice range on that one. With the skin color, very similar to some of the other ones that we've had. We've got the lightest up there, going across to the charcoal black, going down, and then it ends up turning to a dark brown, almost a red color, and then across, getting light. Again, you've got pretty much your same range in the middle, no unique colors on there. With the hairstyles here, we've got a little bit of a curl on one side of her face. We've got a braid, there's the front, a braid going all the way around. Got hair in the front, and then a couple of kind of braided pigtails there. Just a standard pullback with a barrette on the top. This is kind of like the first one there with the curl now on both sides of the face. We've got a side braid. Sticks out a little bit to the side of her head there. This is very similar to the other one. You got a braid on either side though, and just pigtails in the back. We can go with the buzzed cut. Braids into a ponytail of 3 different braids. Standard short cut. These next couple, it's going to come down to the barrette color, the clips that are in her hair. So this is going to be a white one. This is going to be a green. We've got a darker green, light pink purple there. So again, you've got a white, a light green, a dark green, and kind of a pink purple color there. Alright, keeping this hairstyle on all of it, a bunch of clips in it. Next one then is just with bangs, straight back hair, and then just straight back hair there. With the hair color, like most of them, you've got some highlights. Let's see if we can make these a little bit more distinct here. There we go. Be able to see some of those highlights, and obviously the normal wide range of colors for highlights and actual hair color. With the face, let's take a look here. Check out my video as far as the Elezen facial features to be able to see how each of these faces change the facial features that you have later on. This will also change some general structure of the face as well. So this is the first one. Second one is just going to lighten it up a little bit. Changes kind of a little bit of her jawline, her neck in there. Lightens her eyes up a little bit. The next one then is going to sharpen all those features. Shrinks down the face, shrinks down the eyes, and lightens just a little bit of everything. Next one then, bring the ears in a little bit, narrow the eyes, and that lip is without any lipstick or lip color. That's going to be your standard lips to start out with. So definitely a different look there. With the jaw, this is the first one. Second one is going to punch out the top part of her cheekbones. Third one is going to extend down the chin and kind of bring those cheekbones in long and narrow. And then 4 is just going to bring the chin in as opposed to being as pointed. Again, that'll be the same regardless of what face you choose. It'll just change what you actually start with. Eye shape here, we've got type 1. Type 2 is just going to tilt them down, level them out a little bit. Type 3, do a little bit of a rotation then back in, not nearly as much as 1 was. Type 4 is really just going to expand the eyelashes, and then her inner eye gets pushed out a little bit. Type 5 narrows the whole eye, shrinks it down there. And type 6, widen it back out and flatten. Here's the difference between 6 and 4. Mostly looking at the eyelashes. The shape of the eye pretty much stays the same between 4 and 6. Little bit of a change, but mostly the eyelashes on there. Iris size, you can either do small or you can go to large. A little bit different option on there. Eye colors here, you got your wide variety from the white to black through all your different light and dark colors. You can also do odd eyes, so you can do 2 different colors if you would like. Personally prefer them the same. Next we've got eyebrows. This is going to be type 1. Type 2 is going to bring down the outside, flatten them out. Type 3 is going to raise them, but this one from 1 is just a little bit thinner. So 3 is thinner than 1, very similar shape. Type 4 is going to flatten them back out, again keeping them thin. And then type 5 is thin and up. Again, different from 3 in size and thickness as well there. It's a little bit bigger, a little bit steeper. With your nose, this is going to be type 1 for the face. Type 2 is just going to bring it in a little bit. From the side here, you'll notice it'll stick it out. In doing so, again, from the front, it looks like it just goes up just slightly, but you know your nose is growing there. Type 3 is going to shrink the whole nose, pull it away from the mouth. Type 4 is going to bring it back down. Difference between type 2 and 4 is we're looking at length here. Again, this is flatter to the face. Type 2 is going to certainly expand out. So if you can't notice much, or if you don't notice much of a change as you're going through and can't see it from the front, especially turn it to the side for the noses. Type 5 then is going to expand the whole thing out, make it a lot wider down at the bottom. Type 6 brings it in a lot more narrow, still keeping the nice long nose there. Mouth here, this is type 1. Type 2 is going to make them a little bit more plump. Type 3, this is your difference between 3 and 1. Just a little bit different in the lips. And 3 is a little bit thinner than 1. That's 3, that's 1. So a little bit of change there. Type 4 is going to purse them in. With your lip color, and the reason I selected this face is so you can see how this actually works. Again, those lips are default. She has no lip color selected, but if I do choose a black and go light, it'll override the red there, and then you can go to dark as well. So you can certainly change the lip color even though it defaults to a darker red. So, go ahead and leave that one. With your ear shape here, this is your 1. 2 is going to flatten them out a little bit, still keep them pulled away from the face. Type 3 shrinks them into the face a little bit, point it up a little. 4 is going to make them more like a D on that end, a little bit more rounded. You've also got your ear size, so you do them short or longer, depending on what you're looking for. For the Wildwood, they have an option of ear clasps. You do one on the upper part, one on the, or that was the lower and the upper, or you could do one or the other. It'll just do them on both ears. With the ear clasps, you can do your variety of colors to match what you're actually looking for. A couple of, or all your options there. Again, these facial features are going to change based on the actual face that you selected earlier. For this particular one, we can change her eyebrows, just thicken them up a little bit. You can darken her eyes, do a beauty mark there, and a scar. Again, check out my other video for the Elezen facial features to see how each face actually changes those possible facial features. Next we have the face paint. First one's going to be eyeshadow over the whole eye. Next one is eyeshadow on the inner eye or the outer. You can do some blush, dots under the eyes. Next few are going to be on side, so you've got a dragon on the side. If you do the reverse, it'll switch to the other side, obviously, there. So we got a dragon, we got some wings, We've got a heart, a butterfly, some stars, and a flower. We've got the little chick coming out of the egg. Back to the full face then. We've got little whiskers, fun design on her forehead, a couple of dots. Slash over the whole face. Again, if you reverse it, it's just going to change the direction there. Symmetrical around the eyes. Cross. War paint. Got some other war paint. Cross out the eyes. Half and half. And a whole face design here. So if we end up doing this, as you pick your tattoo, or the face paint, I'm sorry, you have an option as far as your colors. A little bit shorter, so not as many options for what you actually want. But you do have the option to do a dark or a light version of it, if you don't want it to be as drastic on that end, so a little bit of a change there. Last one we have then is the voice. You've got a couple of different emotes to be able to hear the voice. First one's going to be the angry. The excited. Cheering. We've got the laugh. The approval. And the disapproval. So, I personally think this one is good for being able to actually hear what the voice sounds like, so I'm going to go through on these. So this is type 1 again. Type 2. Type 3. Type 4. Type 5. Type 6. Type 7. Type 8.
Woo! Yeah!
Type 9.
Woo!
Type 10.
Woohoo!
Type 11.
Woohoo!
And type 12. And that's going to be the female Elezen of the Wildwood clan. Let me know if you have any questions, comments, or want to see something in a little bit more detail. Make sure it makes its way into the next video.